Hello there, my beautiful friends. Today is Monday. It is the day that we talk about all the new makeup releases here in Pay or Stay Away and whether or not I'm going to buy them. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. My phone is at 7%, so I am like crossing my fingers that I make it through this video. But the first two brands that we have to talk about today are brands that I didn't really think I was going to talk about at all on Pay or Stay Away anymore. But alas, here we are talking about them, and the first brand is actually Kylie Cosmetics. Now she's coming out with her Valentine's collection. I believe she's done one every single year that she's had her brand, but her collection will be available on February 1st, and it is dropping at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you want any of this, set your alarms because all of this stuff sells out within like 30 seconds of dropping. Whether you love her or hate her, whenever Kylie has a collection come out, it's basically like an event for the entire beauty community. Being on that website is like being in the damn Hunger Games. But this collection consists of the pressed eyeshadow palette. The glitter eyes and roses are red, which is a beautiful sparkly baby pink shade. There's a few different lip kits that are coming out. Personally, I don't really care too much about those, but she's coming out with the Love set, the Soulmate set, the Forever set, and she's also coming out with a blush in the shade Crush, which is a baby peach. Now, I got tagged in this post quite a bit, so obviously you guys know that this palette is like the embodiment of my soul. But lucky for me, or unlucky for me, however you want to look at it, I'm the kind of person that is super attracted to almost every single Valentine's Day collection that comes out every single year because I love pink eyeshadow. I'm the kind of person that is the main like marketing target for Valentine's Day collections. Pink sparkly eyeshadow, lots of hot pink mattes, all of that good stuff, that appeals right to me. So I personally have never bought a Kylie palette. I have a blush by her. And did I buy a lip kit back in the day? I think I bought one lip kit way back in the day, like literally when she first came out with Posy K. I think that's the one that I used to have. I bought that from Kylie, and I have a blush from her, and that's all I've ever bought from her brand. So I've never really wanted to buy one of her eyeshadow palettes before. You know, they really haven't just appealed to me too much, but this palette might change everything. This might be the time that I buy from Kylie, and the main reason why I wasn't buying from her before, I mean, I've never been the biggest Kylie fan, so that's definitely a reason why, but beyond that, I just didn't want to spend the like 10 bucks for shipping or however much shipping used to be. I didn't want to spend that extra money if I didn't have to, and I just didn't really understand why the shipping was so expensive. I think her shipping has gone down since she first started her brand, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But nonetheless, I am willing to take the leap here and buy this palette because it is freaking beautiful. She did such a great job incorporating the Valentine's Day theme and making a palette that's cohesive and kind of wearable yet bright at the same time. I really, really like it, obviously. Now, do I have these shades? I don't know. Let this palette speak for itself. Yeah, I have these shades. And I'm filming a video on this guy right after I film this. This is going to be just some dupes or like comparable shadows in my collection to the Valentine's Day palette, but I mean, nonetheless, I want this palette, so I'm probably gonna end up buying it. I also really like the liquid shadow, and I checked in my collection. I don't have anything like that in my collection. I only have a few liquid shadows, and most of them are like iridescent or purple, so this baby pink is really, really appealing to me, so I'm probably gonna pick that up as well. So this might be a pretty big purchase that I'm making from Kylie for like the first time ever. And I'm not unhappy about it because this looks like a high quality palette. I think that she's really stepped up the appearance and the presentation of her palettes and her makeup in general, and I've heard that she's really stepped up the formulas as well, so I'm pretty happy about it. And the next brand that I honestly didn't think I would talk about in my Pay or Stay Aways ever is Kim Kardashian West brand, KKW. But she's coming back out with her Sweetheart fragrances, or the kimoji hearts as she calls them. They'll be available on January 31st. They are going to be $30 each. Now you can choose from 6 different fragrances of this collection. There is Wifey, Baddie, Baby Girl, and she's also bringing back the OG collection, I guess, which was Bae, BFF, and Ride or Die. Now, when I first saw these, I thought they were adorable. These actually came out last year, I believe, for Valentine's Day, and I thought they were like the cutest things in the world. I mean, they look like those little sweet tarts or sweethearts or conversation hearts, that's what they're called. I could not remember for the life of me what those were called a few weeks ago when we had another palette that came out that resembled these candies. The ones that taste like Pepto-Bismol. That I do not personally like. But when I first saw these, I thought these were going to be like an arm and a leg just because they are the Kim Kardashian brand. I thought these were going to be really expensive, and I'm sure they're not super big or anything. They're probably like, I don't know, that big. Maybe they're minis. but I think that the $30 price point for these is actually a really good deal. And granted, I don't know what these smell like. They could smell like absolute butt for all I know, but from what I've heard, they smell pretty decent. I can imagine that they would just be a bunch of different sweet scents, which I personally like. But I think that the $30 price point for these is actually really good. And I think they're really cute. I like the idea of them looking like the conversation hearts. I like the different colors of them. I think they're actually really stinking cute. And I think these would be a good gift for someone for Valentine's Day. Like if you're someone's boyfriend or husband or girlfriend and you don't know what to get someone, I think that these actually might be a good gift. So I don't know, the $30 price point is tempting. I'm probably not gonna get them, but I think that they are adorable and I'm kind of surprised that they're so cheap. And I think that she did a good job making something that really represents Valentine's Day well. You never thought you'd hear so many compliments out of me about the Kardashians, did you? I'm not always a hater, okay? So moving right along into something that I've already bought, this is the Faint of Heart highlighter from Beauty Bar Baby, which is an indie brand that I've actually purchased from before, and I've purchased a highlighter from them like way back in the day, like 2015 back in the day, and I still have it to this day. It is still good to this day. It hasn't expired yet, and it is absolutely beautiful, and their highlighters are really inexpensive. So they came out with this new Faint of Heart highlighter, which is described as a soft shimmery pale pink bedazzled with crushed golden sparkles. Definitely not for the faint of heart. And it also comes with a light strawberry scent, so I like scented products, so personally I like that. But this highlighter launched this morning and I woke up at 9 a.m. on the dot to purchase this because I'm pretty sure this is probably gonna sell out. It seemed like there were a lot of things on her website that were sold out, so I knew that I had to wake up a little extra early and purchase this guy. I mean, it was only $9 and look how beautiful it is. I mean, this is stunning. I love pink highlighters. I love pink to gold duochrome type highlighters. Those are my absolute favorite. And there's a highlight by Becca called Parisian Lights, which I own. And for some reason, on my skin type and on my complexion and whatever's going on with my freaking skin here, it just does not mesh. The color is absolutely beautiful. It is a pale pink that has this beautiful gold shift to it, but it just looks like absolutely nothing on my skin. It looks amazing on other people, but on me, it looks like garbage. So I have just been on the hunt for the perfect dupe of that, and this looks like it might be it. This looks very promising, and for $8.99, I figured, why not? Since I have tried one of her highlights before, I know the kind of general consensus of the formula. They are really smooth to the touch and really metallic and shiny, so I think this guy might be promising. The promo photos are not disappointing by any means, and I cannot wait to test it out on my cheeks. Next up is yet again another Valentine's Day collection, which means that I'm probably gonna end up wanting it because, like I said, Valentine's Day collections are kind of my weakness here. But these are the Dawn Eyes Cosmetics Valentine's Day Multi-Chrome Pigment. Multi-Chrome is like my trigger word for buying things. The second I hear multi-chrome, I'm like automatically interested. I don't even have to see pictures of it yet. I am like automatically thinking that I want the product just by hearing that word, which is bad. It's very bad. I shouldn't be doing that, but it's kind of a problem of mine. But these are coming soon, and there are going to be 9 different shades to choose from. We don't have a date or a price yet, but I know that Dawn Eyes Cosmetics is a little bit more on the pricey side for an indie brand. I believe their prices are like more in the Sephora brand price range. But from what I've heard about the brand, their pigments are like absolutely fantastic. Granted, I've never tried them, but from what I've heard in the reviews and the swatches that I've seen, they look freaking fantastic. So I'm willing to spend a pretty penny on really beautiful high quality eyeshadows. Not like I need any more, but that's besides the point. So all of these look absolutely beautiful. I mean, they look freaking stunning. All of these are beautiful, like periwinkle purples and blues and pinks and deep purples. These are absolutely beautiful. Now, in this promo photo, they do look kind of similar, but I've seen the actual swatches on the girl who makes these hands, and they are pretty different. One of them, which I believe is Passionate, is a beautiful like magenta to light green shifting multi-chrome, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I really like Loving as well, which is like a light lavendery pinky shade that shifts to a pink to a gold. Those are like right up my alley, so I'm highly considering buying some of these. I mean, I'm gonna be spending a buttload of money on that freaking Kylie collection, so I probably won't have money left over to buy these, but if I do, then I'll probably pick one of these up because they look really promising and they look beautiful, and I love multi-chromes. I can't pull myself away from wanting multi-chromes. When I hear the word, I automatically just want to buy. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if these are gonna end up in my collection. but I honestly would like them too. They are really, really pretty, and I don't have that many multi-chromatic things in my collection. I have a few, and yes, I already know I have a bunch of duochromes, like way more duochromes than anyone would ever need. But I don't have that many multi-chromes in my collection, so I'm kind of looking to expand that. I know that logic isn't super, I don't know, reasonable, because, you know, what's really the difference between a multi-chrome and a duochrome? Not that much, but to me, it's a pretty big difference. So I would really like to expand my multi-chrome collection, and this kind of looks like the collection to do that with. And we are going to be finishing up this Pay or Stay Away with a brand whose name makes me so incredibly uncomfortable. Like, you know how people hate the word moist? I have no problem with the word moist. For all you people out there who don't like the word moist, does this bother you, me saying this? Moist, 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 moist. I'm sorry. What is wrong with me? But this brand's name is Lick and Lash Beauty. I gotta be honest, their name kind of bugs me, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what that means. I don't know why someone's licking their lashes. I imagine someone like licking an eyeball when I think of this brand's name. So I'm not the biggest fan of the brand name, but nonetheless, they are coming out with a brand new palette. We don't have any information on it, but they've just sneak peeked this photo here. And I actually have a palette from them. I believe they're a UK-based brand, and I was like down the rabbit hole on Instagram one day, like looking at all these beautiful UK makeup artists' eye looks, and I came across Lick and Lash Beauty. Lick and Lash, oh god, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. But I came across their Instagram and saw that they had something that was very similar to the 35B palette. Is that what it was called? A really colorful palette from Morphe was. I came across something that was very similar, so I purchased it because it was only like $12.99 or something. So I already have a palette from them. Their quality as far as that palette goes is decent. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not super amazing, but I wasn't really expecting it to be super amazing. I just wanted to pick it up because this way I have every color of the rainbow in my collection if I ever need to use it. But this new palette they're coming out with is actually really, really cute, and I like it quite a lot. Of course, you know which half of the palette that I'm personally attracted to. I love the pinky, purple, orangey side of the palette. That is beautiful. You could literally just give me that on its own and I would be a happy clam. But I also really like the green and purple side of the palette, and to me when I look at this, it kind of reminds me of the two certified palettes that already exist on the market, but just like slammed together into one palette. These to me look like the two separate palettes just smushed together in a sandwich. And I would actually purchase this if I didn't already own the P. Louise Secret Center palette, which is very, very similar to this palette, just without the blues and the greens. But you know, I'm not really reaching for blue and green that often, and you know, I was kind of venturing and like dipping my toes into blue and green eyeshadow at the end of summer this year, and I believe into the fall as well, but then I just had like an overwhelming amount of people tell me I look like a clown on my YouTube videos with the makeup, so I was like, alright, it's time to ditch the blue and green eyeshadow. I mean, I should have known that was coming. I have burgundy hair, and like reddish burgundy hair doesn't really go that great with blue eyeshadow. At least not on me, apparently it doesn't. But that's besides the point. I think this palette is beautiful. I just already own something that is very reminiscent of this, so I simply don't need it. But I am currently in the middle of watching my boyfriend and his friend play Resident Evil 2, the remake that just came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to that because I'm real excited to see what's going on over there. So I think that just about wraps it up for me. But please do let me know, as we always do, down in the comments, what are you gonna be purchasing? What are you staying away from? And are you interested in these Valentine's Day collections like I am? Because I'm such a sucker for them, it's freaking ridiculous. So are you like me, and do you love the Valentine's Day collections? But with that being said, I do hope that you consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, or you just like watching people's pay or stay aways or will I buy it, then go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up, and of course ring that notification bell to know when I'm posting. Shameless plug over. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye! I'm gonna go finish watching some spooky ass zombies.